Hello to whoever is watching. My name is Tasmia Ikram, and I'd like to present to you my experiences with the very valuable Spanish language. I was born to my parents and two older sisters in Lahore, Pakistan, and I moved to the United States with my family at the age of 2. Growing up in America, I came face to face with various ethnicities, religions, and cultures. Whether it was the fact that I was already bilingual or just a coincidence, from a very young age, I was attracted to learning about other cultures and languages. While exploring the numerous languages that have an influence in America, I realized at the age of 10 that the Hispanic culture and Spanish language were something I wanted as part of my life forever. My first exposure to Spanish was in 6th grade, when I took it as a class for just 9 weeks. I instantly found myself in love with the culture, music, and traditions that were associated with this language. I enjoyed researching about the language, and with doing that, it came to my understanding that over 400 million people speak one or the other forms of Spanish, and it is the official language to 21 countries. Didn't know that, did you? Yeah, I didn't either. Spanish, being the world's second most spoken language, falls in second place behind Chinese, but surpasses English in its number of speakers. Over the years, I have been in various situations where I was given only one choice, and that was to further learn the Hispanic culture and speak the Spanish language. As being on my way to becoming an International Skills Diploma Seal recipient, I'd like to further share with you the interaction I have had with the Hispanic culture and how it has changed my life. Starting high school is a very critical time for every student. It's a time where we all have mixed emotions about the change we are going through. As I made my way to my classes freshman year, I was very excited to know that during these next 4 years of my education life, I would finally be able to learn more Spanish than just colors, months, and numbers I already knew. Taking Spanish 1 was a breeze because I had taken it 3 years in a row already. Therefore, I kind of felt like an expert at the language for a little while. Sophomore year brought Spanish 2 to me, and here is where I knew the actual learning would start. During this year, I learned a lot of new vocabulary, and towards the end of the year, I was able to place an order at a restaurant. A little stuttering was involved, of course, but I did whatever I needed to get my arroz at my table. As junior year came into focus, I had made the decision to take Honor Spanish 3. This year brought me multiple opportunities to better my skills in Spanish. The first and foremost best thing that happened to me during my junior year was that I was fortunate enough to learn Spanish from a teacher like Señora Reyes. Knowing her for 4 years now, I cannot recall a single day that has gone by without her telling me that I can speak Spanish just like a fluent speaker, only if I put my mind to it. Her loving heart and warm personality has always made me want to do my best so that I can make her happy. She has always been a motivation to me and my peers, and without her, my learning experience would have never been the same. As junior year went on, I was invited to become a member of the Sociedad Honoraria Hispánica, also known as the Spanish National Honor Society. Being a part of this society opened me up to the Hispanic culture and Spanish language just the way I had always wanted. My peers and I were inducted to the society soon after being invited to it. Here, we took an oath to put much effort into focusing on the Spanish language excellence in secondary education and trying to use it in our everyday lives. We worked together in the society to complete tasks and make a difference in our community. As a do-good December activity, we went to the Westbury Nursing Home and spent a few hours with the elderly. Here, we sang Christmas songs in Spanish, handed out presents, and listened to the stories the elderly had to tell. After the nursing home, as a society, we attended a dinner at a Mexican restaurant, Mesquite. Here, we were encouraged to place our orders and speak to one another in Spanish. The feeling is great to be with people that are learning the same language as you because you can understand the difficulties you're both facing and work together to be successful. Between my junior and senior year of high school, I started becoming very comfortable with the Spanish language, and I found myself understanding it a lot. In class, Senora Reyes would speak to us only in Spanish sometimes, and it would bring me so much joy to actually be able to understand exactly what she was saying. I finally started using the skills I had learned. While working at Subway one evening, I had a customer come in. She did not know how to speak English, but she told me that she spoke Spanish. So I stood there for a second, but then I thought, wait, I can help with this. So I told her, Señora, yo hablo un poquito de español, meaning, ma'am, I speak a little bit of Spanish. This made her really happy, and she started to comfortably place her order. I was so excited to be understanding what she was saying. I made her 2 sandwiches, asked if she wanted any drinks, and told her what her total was, all in Spanish. I even got away with taking a selfie with her. Watching her walk out while thanking me over and over made me feel like I had done a very good deed today, and I was so thankful to have had the desire to learn Spanish. Before I knew it, senior year was already here. 3 years of taking Spanish had passed, and now I'm here in Honor Spanish 4. Each member of the Spanish National Honor Society was re-inducted to the society. This year was even better. As serving as an assistant to all the officers of SNHS, I got the opportunity to introduce our guest speaker, Locust Grove High School's assistant principal, for this year's ceremony.
Over his 20-year career, he has demonstrated the ability to teach, motivate, and direct students while maintaining high interest and achievement. He is an articulate communicator who effectively interacts with diverse populations of students and fellow educators. He has a solid background in the criminal justice and education fields with strong emphasis in training and curriculum. He holds a BS in criminal justice from Grambling State University, a Master's of Education in Reading K-12 from Mercer University, and a Master of Education in Educational Leadership from Wright State University. His teaching and supervisory experience on both secondary and post-secondary levels of education has prepared him for his newest challenge. He has been a member of the Locust Grove family for 5 years and looks forward to serving the Wildcat community. So now, with no further ado, I'd like to present to you the Assistant Principal of Locust Grove High School, Mr. Michael Hogue.
A few weeks after the induction, in October, the Society attended the Hispanic Heritage Dance Festival at their Henry County Performing Arts Center. This was an experience I will never forget in my life. As senior year went along, Senora Reyes introduced to us the Henry County World Language Fair for 2017. We were all very determined to do our best and bring to the school as many wins as possible. This was my first year doing the fair with all of my friends. My first time actually taking part in the World Language Fair was in 2015, where I won first place for Spanish 2 poetry. The following year, I took part in the fair and once again won second place for Spanish 3 poetry and placed first in the Cultural Bowl. This year, my friends and I won first place for the World Language Film Division 2. Our team for the Mini World Cup won first place out of all schools in Henry County. Recently, I attended a few Pakistani wedding ceremonies where there were many elements of my tradition present. There were a lot of pretty dresses, food, music, and dancing. The mother of the bride had a friend that was Hispanic. In between our traditional dancing, she stopped me and asked if I could play a Spanish song and if I would be willing to dance with her. Of course, in this moment, I was very excited, even though I knew I did not know the steps to any Hispanic song. Over the years, I have made many Hispanic friends. Oftentimes, I have these friends ask me if I've heard the new Spanish song that just came out, or if I've heard of a specific artist. When they do that, it makes me feel very special because I feel as if the love I have for the Hispanic culture is something noticeable to everyone now. With these friends always being very sweet and outgoing towards me, I can say without a doubt that without them in my life would be very plain. I love and thank them for helping me further understand the Spanish language. In class, we recently just covered a chapter over Hispanic art. Here, I learned about the many vital sculptures, poets, and artists that have helped construct the Hispanic culture. I have enjoyed learning about these people, which includes Salvador Dali, Juan Miró, and Frida Kahlo. The poems I presented at the World Language Fair were by poet Octavio Paz. I did a project about his life, and it was in the Spanish display for the year. You may ask, why does Tasmia deserve the International Skills Diploma seal? Well, let me answer that for you. The desire I have shown to learn about the different cultures around me puts me slightly aside from everyone else. I am very observant and appreciative of the differences that others present, and I wish to combine those with the differences I bring from my culture and make it into something beautiful. I always thought to be so closely involved with a culture, you had to be born into it. But now I know that just focusing your mind on something that you want can get that done for you. I wish to someday travel abroad to Hispanic countries and be a part of their everyday lives. I would love to serve as an aid to anyone in these countries that is facing difficulties. I see myself as gotten very close with the Hispanic culture, whereas I was only 10 when I grew a desire to learn about it, and now I stand before you as an 18-year-old senior that has combined herself with the beauty of two cultures. Over the years, the recognition I have gotten for my excellence in Spanish has been my motivation to do even better. I have received the Student of the Month award for Spanish for 3 years, where I got the best overall in 2014. Recently, Senora Reyes presented her Student of the Month award to me, and I felt honored to receive this for the last time before graduating.
Ms. Reyes has nominated Tasmia Ikram. I want to nominate Tasmia because she is one of my best students in Spanish 4. She's a hard worker and always goes above and beyond her class assignments. Tasmia has demonstrated excellence, integrity, leadership, and respect to other students and teachers. In addition, Tasmia is one of the friendliest students I have, and she always arrives with a smile on her face and a happy greeting for everybody at the school. I'm so happy to have Tasmia.
While completing this capstone presentation, I have had the chance to reflect upon the previous many years of my life. I enjoyed looking back and seeing how far I have come with the Spanish language, and it brings me great joy to know that I have successfully completed one of my goals in life. I have learned many lessons on this wonderful journey, but one of the best and my favorite is that if you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. I really wanted to make Spanish a part of my life, and now that it is, I will never let it go away. Well, hey, I don't know about you, but I find it quite awesome to be able to say the same sentence in 3 different languages. I did it. मैंने कर लिया है. Lo hice.